It's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday. So many flavors.
Okay. Ready? Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Lazy Line Podcast. I'm Philip Shuck.
I'm Trevor Cruz.
I'm Travis Ingram.
I'm Elizabeth Rios.
You gotta say and.
And?
And I'm Elizabeth Rios.
Right, because they're going to be expecting another person to, like, introduce
Right.
themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
The and signifies that it's over. It's just the four of us today.
And
Yeah.
Travis, what'd you have for lunch?
Iced tea.
Iced tea. Was it sweet or unsweet?
Sweet.
Sweet
Where'd you
iced
get
tea.
Finn Henry's.
Oh, downstairs. Finn Henry's is the
you
bar
just got iced tea?
in
Like food while you were in
the
there?
base of our building.
I ate a bunch of food last night.
Elizabeth, Trevor, and I went to Chick-fil-A. We got number ones in various forms.
Number
Yeah.
ones. We'll be taking number twos promptly.
A total of three. Number
At some
three.
point, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. We always go to the one on Bumby and Colonial.
Were there cops in there this time?
Oh, yeah, of course.
There's always cops in Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. And Jeremy, our boy, gave us refills.
Okay.
But only on the way out.
Yeah, he's been slacking a little
So
bit.
explain what Jeremy is.
So Jeremy is this guy who works there. I don't know exactly how to explain him. He looks like he's had the same haircut since he was a boy.
7?
And
Is that like a bowl cut?
Yeah, he might be a little Asperger. I'm not sure.
That's a good way to describe him.
If you're listening to this, Jeremy, we love you, and I'm sorry if this offends you. And please don't murder us.
He's a nice guy. We like him.
he is a nice guy,
murder us.
and he remembers us every time we come in there. He's always like, "Hey, how's it going? Good to see you again." And it's really nice, you know.
That was a very good impersonation.
Thank you.
He's always very positive.
Yeah, he's super positive.
Like-
Well, what's the okay? Hang on.
Well, wait,
Let's-
hold on. Yeah, hold that
Okay,
thought. and
okay.
Finish Jeremy's
Talk
story.
about
Settle
positive.
in. Settle in.
Sorry. I just that made me think of another employee who works there. But anyway, so he's really nice. He remembers us, and he always gives us a refill at the table. However, the past like 2 or 3 times we've been going there,
Almost probably like 4 times or 5 times. I feel
like he's been busy doing other stuff. He's been preoccupied, or he just,
he's slacking off on the refill. Not
Yeah.
at work. He's always mopping or something.
yeah.
And then we get up to leave.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
we have our drinks. We didn't get any refill. And he's like, "Wah!"
Yeah, well,
He's
he's
like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, guys, I would have gotten you a refill.
He's like,
whoa, like he gets a little hostile. You're
it's
like,
almost
oh.
hostile. He's like, I hold myself to it. I
Yeah.
try to get it done.
Yeah.
He's like, one time he's like, there is no excuse
Yeah.
excuse for me not to get those refills.
Goes home and cuts himself
Yeah.
every time he forgets a refill.
Sometimes he asks us like right after we sit down. So we say, no, we don't need one yet. So the
We
timing
just
has
sat
been off
down.
lately.
Mhm.
Come back in about
Yeah.
6 minutes there.
But we try to
Then we'll be
to
Then
make
they never
him happy.
come back.
no, never.
I think when we kind of seek him out at the end, even though he hasn't done it, it sort of makes him happy.
Yeah.
And plus, we don't have to worry about the weird hostile,
It's the least
Exit.
we could do.
Yeah.
So then, speaking of positivity, there's another guy there who is so positive.
He's off the charts.
He's
I haven't
off
seen
the
him.
charts, and it makes you uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
And it like completely throws you off your ordering game.
Oh, yeah.
Completely.
You know?
And he's almost like Good Burger, like welcome to Good Burgers, get a Good Burger, and you're like,
He's worse.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah, he's like worse. He's like,
Yeah.
and he's always smiling. And I even asked him one time. I was like, I even kind of felt bad after I asked him. I was like, you always this positive? And he was like, just figure, just rather be happy than sad all the time, or something like that. I can't remember what he said exactly, but
Oh my
But-
God.
But yeah, what you're saying is like, he's so positive that it comes in conflict with like you understanding the words he's saying.
yeah. I was
He's
like,
like-
I'm a pretty positive person, but he's
positive
like
person.
on another planet.
Every syllable is exuding positivity so much.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
Yeah, he's got like a huge.
You're like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
What did you say? I can't understand you. You're
You're
so
com- yeah.
positive.
You're completely distracted, and then you don't know what you're like. You had it all in your head. You were like, okay, I'm gonna step up to the line. I'm gonna order the number 1. Make sure I get it large. Everything figured out, and got your
Ranch and
sauces and everything,
buffalo.
and it just falls apart the second he starts talking to you. You're just like, I don't. Your brain is like, I don't know what to do with this. I
Yeah.
don't know how to deal with this.
And then as you're trying to understand him, he just like delivered this information to you or tried to, and then you're like, what did he just say? He's
Yeah.
like staring at you,
Yeah.
smiling. Like,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chard. I
You're
think
gonna
his name
say-
is
Is
Chard.
that his
order.
name? I was
You're
going to
gonna-
ask you
What's his
what
name?
his name was.
I think it's Chard.
Chard.
No fucking way is his name Chard.
I swear that's what his name tag said.
Chard. Like
my
charred
God.
wood.
Like Swiss Chard.
Swiss chard.
There's no way his name is forever Chard now.
Yeah.
By the
I
way.
mean, if
Sorry,
anyone
Jason.
sees him again,
Going with chard.
Chard already got our drinks, Jason.
Excuse me, chard. Yeah,
Wait,
sorry.
his name's
sorry.
not Jason, is it?
No, I was making it
Oh.
sound like as if Chard's real name was Jason.
Oh.
But yeah, it's too close to Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy, that's it.
oh right. Yeah, I think that's it.
What
We
about
should
that?
have used another name for Jeremy.
Yeah, what's your name? My name's Joseph.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Chard.
Oh,
Chard
right.
it is.
I
Chard.
don't know
It's a
what
family
told
name.
him.
How could you be that positive with a name like Chard?
Maybe
know,
it's
it's
just
just-
Chad.
Welcome to Chick-fil-A.
He is overly positive, but I bet he
Yeah.
does get a lot of people that'll say like, "Hey, what's with the positive?" I bet now that I think about it, people probably do say, "Hey, what's with it?" I wonder.
Yeah.
And I wonder.
And then
It's
I want to see.
off-putting,
I want to see
honestly.
the
Yeah.
scene like somebody asks him that, and then that starts seeping into his brain slowly throughout the day, and then he goes home and we follow him home, and he goes through his like routine, and then he just kills himself.
no,
Wow,
or he
that
just
went dark.
Yeah, that went
Oh.
real dark. Yeah.
You said
I was
you hope to see this
No, I
You
want to
can
see this
see it.
like in a movie,
in a movie. It
That
does
would-
like a short
yeah.
film or something.
Sort of like 1 hour photo or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could like set up someone, and then how like society gets them down.
Or
And,
just
like,
what is his life like outside of Chick-fil-A?
it's probably like a rager. Like probably goes to like all
He's
these
got a
weird
dungeon,
parties and
I'm
Yeah.
sure. Or he's like,
Like a
whenever he
sex
has money
dungeon.
for a house, he's going to make a dungeon.
probably already has a nice house. I mean, he seems to worked his way up through that corporate.
But I don't see him
structure.
either. He's probably
Oh,
like
yeah, I don't
off
see him
managing his own
Yeah, he's
store
Probably got
now.
Yeah.
like he's
We're
gonna
sitting here making
own
fun of
all
him, and he's
them
like
one day.
killing it.
I feel like one day I
Welcome
even said he
Chick-fil-A.
could like move up.
This is
Like,
going to be a
you know, I think you're gonna own this plaything one
Great.
day.
Yeah.
He could be like,
Fantastic.
You want to see happy? I'll show you happy.
mhm.
He's like rolling around in his money.
I would be pretty happy. No, it's dirty though. Ugh.
Yeah.
What about that lady today when I ordered? She threw me completely off. I was like,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
have the #1 large. And she was like, is that the deluxe or just the regular? And I was
Mhm.
like, regular, so large. And she's like, are pickles all right? Yeah, of course pickles are all right. Completely throwing me off.
Was
Yeah.
it because she took my order first?
Yes.
Yeah.
When it's like, we know what we want, lady.
Yeah.
Don't question us.
Because Elizabeth ordered hers deluxe with no pickles. So then she
Mm-hmm.
asked me all the same questions. Is it deluxe? No. Are pickles okay?
She's like, but in my mind,
Yes.
I have to push deluxe yes or no first in my button mashing, so you have to tell me.
That's something awkward that Chick-fil-A did is they combine menu items
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
into one button.
Why would you do that?
So now you always have to specify, like the
Mhm.
spicy,
Mm-hmm.
You have
like
to,
2 or 3
yeah.
items went into just the #2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I-
a way to make the employees have to learn the menu and to like save button pushing, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
also kind of like
But who knows what the buttons are
Lazy.
like. You'll just be-
Yeah, I don't know what's
Or-
going on back there.
yeah.
Should take a look, get a tour, see what's
Mhm.
going on.
Tour your local Chick-fil-A.
Because it might actually be more buttons. Because
Yeah,
if there's more numbers,
Yeah.
it means you just have to push one button.
that is true.
So then you have to push #2,
Like
deluxe, and spicy. It's like 3 buttons.
probably drives them insane.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. We do go to Chick-fil-A often. The rule with Chick-fil-A is if somebody says it, we have to go.
there's no going back. If
Yeah,
someone says
yeah.
the word or the phrase Chick-fil-A,
Well, you just push the turbo button.
You have
on
to go.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
the
It's
little
a
red
drug.
button in the car. Yeah.
Oh, it's been said.
And that's
And we gotta go.
We gotta
now
go
again.
later.
Yeah, I almost got a ice cream cone from there today. Somebody walked out with one. It looked really
An
good.
ice dream?
Yeah, it looked good.
this episode brought to you by
Chick-fil-A.
Thanks for being a sponsor.
Thank you, Chick-fil-A.
Well, that segment was my pleasure to bring that to you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Oh, I have something to talk about that I have kept inside because I wanted to save it just for this.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
That gross thing that you saw.
Yeah, I saw. Okay, so I saw a gross thing the other day. I saw it yesterday. So our office is downtown, and we don't like to pay for parking. So what we do is we park in the neighborhood, probably about a mile away, and we
Is
walk.
my car still there?
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Why
it's
do you
there.
ask?
I haven't seen it in a couple days.
Travis and I have been
How
going
come?
out for ragers.
Yeah,
and,
it seems
and
like it.
lifting home.
Yeah. I always know when
Ubering.
I always know when y'all are drinking because y'all's cars are there. I'm like, oh yeah, was that kind
I
of
just
night?
don't want to go back to
Being
it.
responsible.
Yeah.
Once you park it over at Doug's, it's like, I'm just gonna Uber home and
Even-
make it
yeah,
easy.
even
I'm-
if I'm like,
I don't want to
wanna
walk back over there.
Yeah, just the walk is enough.
So yeah, so we park over in the neighborhood, and
It's like around the lake.
Yeah, so it's a nice walk. You walk around Lake Eola, get to take in the sights,
I want to close the door more.
and do you want me to hold tight here for this, or? Okay, well, so anyway, yeah, you get to see a lot of the sights and the sounds, and some of the sights usually include the vagrants that live around the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this person was a vagrant or not, but I don't know. So so I'm
Wait a minute. When was this?
yesterday.
I saw the exact same thing.
Okay.
But go
Okay.
ahead.
So I'm walking up the normal route, and there's a person laying at the shore.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it looks like a woman, and it looks like they're wearing kind of panties, like sheer panties. Like they look like almost like shorts, but they're definitely look like underwear.
No,
like,
no. They were underwear.
They were underwear, like they're
Think-
yellow, thin underwear, and you
Yep.
can see through them.
Think the first shot of
And
Lost in Translation.
That's what I told Ashley when I tried to describe it. And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? That's like everybody remembers that.
First shot of Lost in Translation.
Yeah, think those
Her
Scarlett
butt.
Johansson
Scarlett
panties.
Johansson butt.
Except
Beautiful
on
shot.
a disgusting
I've never
homeless
seen
woman.
the movie.
So, all right. So I'm getting closer, and I notice that their hand is like, so they're back. They're laying on their side, right? And their back is facing me, but they're perpendicular to the bank, so they're like admiring the beautiful view of Lake Eola. But their hand is behind them, like as if like one hand behind your back, ma'am. And as you get closer, I'm like, their hair was like kind of matted. It was like the pre-stage of dreadlocks, you know, like it gets like really nasty. And as I look closer, I notice that hand that's behind her back is in her panties, down her crack, like where her butthole is, and her hand is just like pulsing up and down, like she's like darting her butthole with her finger. I was like, I almost threw up, and then like there was a waft of something, and it may have not been her, but it was hard to not trick my brain into not thinking it was that, because I was like, "Bruh, oh my god!" I was like, this is fucking disgusting. I was like, what? But then I wanted to hang around, like, I wanted to stick around and be like, what happens after she's done with whatever she's doing?
Darting.
Yeah, darting her beehole with her middle finger. Like, I was like, this is completely. I don't know if it necessarily ruined my walk, but it certainly made it very memorable. Oh, Lordy.
Well, you know what's funny is I saw her that same day, and I when did I get to work after you? Like
I don't know. It seemed like
a pretty good time.
Yeah, I was gonna
probably.
say probably like
so it was
half hour,
a pretty
45 minutes, maybe an
while
hour.
later. I park at Doug's. I walk up the lake, and I see the same thing.
she was still doing it.
We haven't talked about this yet. She was still doing it. I
That's
saw the
so
same
funny.
exact thing.
That's so.
It was
funny.
like, but what's weird is she was like kind of fit and kind
Yeah.
of like tan.
It's from
So
not
like
eating.
when I was walking up, I was like, what's this? like a lady in her panties.
Right.
And then I was like, she's digging in her butthole. She was like,
Still
she
doing
was
it?
digging at it. And then she
Oh.
put her hand back up in the front.
God.
And I walked, and I was like, I think she's older. But then
Did
I
you
was
get a
kind of
front
like,
look? Did you get
but
the
I was
face?
like, could be cute. So I did like one of the like a turn back. I was like, nah.
It's like, hey, babe,
It's like
come on, get on over here.
party in the back, Vagrant in the front.
Oh,
Disgusting. I was like,
She was going to town digging in
Yeah.
her butthole.
yeah,
That's
it's like
gross.
scratching
Children
a
go
hemorrhoid or
there.
something. I was like,
Yeah.
this
It looked like
is-
she was wiping her butt with her hand, like with the palm of her hand,
It was
like she was
disgusting.
wiping.
That sounds like serious mental illness of some sort.
Yeah, probably.
Some sort of
Or it could be like
development.
Maybe it's a
Uh,
fetish.
But you don't have. You
maybe
have to
she's got
be-
like butt lice.
But you're
I know, it's like
missing
that.
something.
Maybe she's just itchy.
She's scratching her hemorrhoid.
You don't do that in public. Something's gone in
Or
her brain. that-
scratch on the outside of the panty.
yeah.
at
Some-
least.
Not on the
don't
inside,
go out
with
in
the
your
palm.
Do us
panties
a
and hang out,
favor.
you know, beach at the lake. And
Okay. How much? How much?
Is that legal?
How much to take a
No.
deep whiff
What? Right? Of her butt?
Of her butt?
of her hand?
Just
of her
to
hand or her
smell it?
butt?
Like, I don't know. What are you someone going to offer? Just
I'd
a
probably do
smell.
it for free.
Yeah.
For free?
Why not?
I would have to get paid something.
I'd want something, but it
20
wouldn't have to be a
bucks.
lot. Like $20 maybe. Yeah. Like a smell.
How much to put her hand in your mouth?
No.
I'm done.
Nope.
$1,000?
Yeah.
No. You got to suck on that finger
Oh my god.
for like a minute.
I'm an ass man. Alrighty.
I almost dry heaved a little bit.
What about you? Price wise.
What are we doing here?
Price line negotiator.
Maybe
How
like
much
20,
money to
2,500.
Suck her fingers.
It's not worth that. That's too gross. To
It's
me.
not worth it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's so you
There's
could
no.
get AIDS or HIV or something.
No, come on. Let's work
You
you
can
down.
get hepatitis.
$1,000.
Like, fuck that.
$1,000.
A Dodge
No.
Viper? What
You
year?
wouldn't do it for $1,000.
I wouldn't do it for $1,000.
What
It can
color?
cost,
$50,000
with the white
it can
stripe.
Yeah,
cost
that's
me
a good
more
one.
than that
That's
to
the best
cure
one.
me from
$50,000
hepatitis or something.
50,000.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I would
right.
do it for
I call
50K.
bullshit. Literally on her fingers. That you wouldn't do it for $50,000.
I'd do it for 50. But what if you had to like?
But then would you do it for 40?
No.
Yes, you would.
I'm drawing the line at 50 and 40.
No.
I'm done. That's where the
50 or
line is.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's good. Standing, you know.
Yeah, my Dodge Viper. That's what I would do it for.
I had that model.
Yeah,
That
me-
Dodge
yeah.
Viper diecast model.
I remember it came in the thing, and I'm like, what am I supposed to just look at it? And I had to
Yeah.
unscrew it from the bottom.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I could play with it and break it.
What was the brand that like made all those diecast? It was like 1/16th? No, that can't be right.
That's 1/16th. The ones that we have up on the
Those
shelf.
are?
Yep.
Man, it seems like it's so much smaller if you think about the size of a car. But
We have a little police car and
yeah, we have this shelf. We should take a video of our
a
shelf.
Z
Sort of our memorabilia
Datsun.
shelf where we have our props and
diecast
stuff.
1/16th scale. We
So, yeah,
we
it
use
was-
for model shots in a short film.
I guess it is. I guess it was that size. Do y'all remember that Dodge Viper? It was like the blue one with the white stripes.
Oh, yeah. I had one.
No. It's
It
just
was
a
like-
common toy.
It was like I was like when that car came out, like, you know, it was like Dodge's sort of like Corvette, you know, performance type car. It was so cool looking. I thought as a kid, I was like, oh man, this car is awesome.
Did you see that lady today by chance?
No.
The lady by
Did
the
you
lake.
see her? Have
No.
you, no. Oh well, if you ever see her, buckle up. Buddy.
We saw Target lady. We could talk about her.
Oh, that's a good one to talk about. Yeah.
So we can explain at least that story.
So there's this obese homeless woman who loiters around the building, walks around
Yeah.
downtown.
She's a mess.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
is.
I'm not trying to be mean, but she's a mess.
She looks haggard.
Yeah.
Today, she looked like she had a sunburn that was peeling, and I
Yeah.
could see flakes of her skin coming off.
Yum.
And I put my hand over my straw.
It's
See,
your
they're in
advice.
there. They got in there.
Yeah. And she's got like some, I don't know what you call it, but she's got issues with like her legs and her feet. She's got like they're all like almost like
Varicose vein?
elephantitis or something. Like
They're
you know,
too
they're blown
big
they're
and
blown up.
gross and-
Whatever that is. Diabetes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cankles.
Yeah, it's cankles, yeah. And
gross.
yeah, it's pretty rough. But we
What do you think,
we run
Elizabeth?
into her often.
Hey, boys are minging.
You've seen her before.
We're not
I've
being
seen
mean.
her.
We're
Come on.
describing her.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to paint the picture here.
She's
Elizabeth.
a nice woman. I gave her a cigarette the other day.
Yeah, she is nice. She's very nice.
I don't know if she's nice.
Well,
She's okay.
She's okay. Yeah. She's a little rough around the edges.
Well, there's a big story not
Yeah.
too long ago that came out, and it was like, I don't remember who did it. Do y'all remember who did it?
Some like local
Some
town
guy.
lawyer.
I can look him up.
Some local guys, maybe multiple people, gave her like a makeover, gave her a Target makeover.
Yeah.
A
Bought
super
her clothes.
condescending.
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave her like a haircut. They waxed her mustache, gave her new clothes. And then like what? And everyone was praising these people like, oh my gosh, they gave her, a Target makeover. And then it's like, okay, you're welcome.
There she
Go
is.
back to the
There it is.
streets
I
and
found
the
it.
heroin.
Look at this
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Probably.
Oh no, he needs a makeover.
Oh wow.
I mean, this kind of shit is so annoying.
Oh yeah.
Orlando
probably what we were
man
about to
uses
talk
lunch break to teach homeless woman to read. Oh, this is another thing.
I
She
think
is,
it's the same guy.
but now he's teaching her to read.
I think so.
I'm telling you, that woman knows how to read. She's getting free lunches.
Yeah. She can read a menu, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was mean.
I don't know. Maybe she can't read. I'm judging her.
But maybe not. Maybe this is a different guy. He looks interesting. But anyway, yeah, I mean,
Does he have blonde hair?
yes.
Yeah,
That's
I thought
him?
that was the guy that I saw in the Facebook article that was shared a few years ago.
Well, anyway, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Like, basically, it's not really about the woman, but it's like, does that type of thing help?
Right.
Is it helpful? Should you be praised for giving somebody? I mean, I guess
It's like
temporary
Make-A-Wish,
comforts. I guess temporary
like-
comforts are like nice,
Yeah.
but it
But
just
how-
seems like, I don't know.
How did
lackluster?
I guess my question is like
It's better than nothing, but maybe wasted effort.
how did people find out that he did that?
He probably
That's
You know?
told
yeah,
them.
exactly.
You know? Yeah, you should just do that.
Who's
Yeah,
that well-to-do man with that?
you shouldn't be praised.
Did he like hop
for
on
doing
Facebook
that.
and he's like, did a good thing today?
Yeah,
took
that's
this
the
homeless
article I
woman
saw.
to Target and bought her stuff.
That is like what I saw.
look at me, you're great. Like,
That's despicable. I feel like, and if you do it once, she's gonna keep coming back.
yeah,
You got to do it again.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
It doesn't
you know
help
this
anything.
woman. You gave her a makeover, given her clothes,
Careful, my heart.
but
Yeah.
then what are you gonna do? Just ignore her now forever?
At that point, it's weird.
She needs more clothes. I'll tell you right now. She
Yeah.
needs more.
She needs medical
another
attention.
makeover.
Yeah. She needs something.
She needs a place to live.
yeah.
Yeah. I saw her hanging out the building, and she was like, "Lord, take me now."
I know.
I think she's.
That
Down.
one time. So one time we
I-
were walking. We were walking to lunch one day. And we walked behind our building and we were just talking. And I turn, and she's in one of those like this really tight alley. And there's those stairs that go. There's stairs
They're
that go
like
up.
fire
escape.
exit, fire escape
Stairs. And she's just sprawled open, just on the stairs, just like, like she's like gonna keel over.
When I-
And,
yeah,
like
when-
it stopped us from having a conversation.
Yeah,
We
it
were just
stopped
like,
us dead in our tracks. I remember that day because when we came upon her, she was laying on the stairs, sprawled
Was she
out.
eating something?
Her head was completely back, like that, like all the way back, touching the metal. And when we walked up, her head swung up, like we had just woken her up out of what I assumed was like a drugged out stupor.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I'm being judgmental, but that's what it seemed like.
It's
it seemed like we
unfortunate.
woke her up out of her
Mm-hmm.
heroin trip.
Yeah. She woof. Buzz's girlfriend.
Poor lady.
I know.
How do you get like that?
But that's the question is like does that it doesn't help anything. I don't
No,
think.
I don't.
To give her and there's like another
and to
one
get praise for it.
Yeah, and to get praise for it. I think that's so dumb. And the other thing is like there was one on YouTube like not too long ago, and it was like they basically took a homeless guy and turned him into a hipster. And I was just like, they took him in, gave him some like tight fitting pants and like a button up, and then they went and got him like a hipster haircut, like shaved the side of his head and shaved his beard, I was like,
Gave him a skateboard, gave him a longboard.
yeah, it's like they gave that
Gave him
other
a thick
homeless
skin.
man, a hipster makeover. It's like, you want me to cut the part in there, bro? And he's like, oh, look how handsome he looks. It's like, cut to a week later, there's like bird shit in his hair, and he's like, what happened to me?
You're already like one step away from homeless if you're really hipster. you
Well,
know?
yeah, there's like that
Like,
game.
look.
There's a game you play. It's like homeless or hipster. You
No,
know?
yeah. They share a
literally
very
a
similar
sound.
look.
Yeah. But it's like this person has mental health problems. They need counseling and
Yeah.
shelter and more clothing. Like, this is just you trying to get attention. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck
like
you.
It's like that game, Crazy or Bluetooth headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth,
So yeah.
let us have it. Tell us how horrible we are
You're
How
not
dare we
horrible.
judge people?
You're not
Yeah.
the
for
worst
talking
neighbor.
about those
That wa-
homeless people.
Oh. Well, I just don't think it's politically correct, but I don't think we care in this show, do we?
No.
Okay.
But I want to hear your viewpoint. Lay into us.
I don't know. I feel the same way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cool.
Right on.
I have something that I was taught. So I found this out about the city.
Uh huh.
It's like very interesting to think what like Orlando was. I didn't
Yeah.
know, but so I was talking. We're completely changing subjects now.
That's fine.
Okay, so I was talking to the DJ at the lodge. His name is Julio.
Uh huh.
The Lodge is the bar right near our work.
Yeah.
And
Where we're
we-
gonna one day have a bar tab.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
And he was telling me like back in the late 90s and 2000s,
Uh huh.
like Orlando was a completely different city. And they, like it was like a huge club scene, and people were out till like 6 a.m. every night, and like
Really?
the streets were flooded, and it was like the new.
Someone told me about that.
It was like
actually,
where
too.
like all this early electronic music started here. He was telling me about like this hip hop stuff that was going on, and it was like
Sounds awesome.
here. It was here. And then what happened is like these city people all got together because they didn't like the people being out on Sunday morning when you're going to church, and there's so
Right.
many churches around downtown. So they said, all right, drinking age 2 a.m. done,
Yeah.
and then that's why it is the way it is now. And then
So you can
Interesting.
think.
I wonder if
but
there's
it killed
like
the whole
um,
scene though. But it's like it was really early like electronic music.
It'd be cool to
was
see like a
happening
documentary
here.
on that.
There is one.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, I forgot the name of it, but he was telling me this. You can watch it on YouTube.
Man, the whole city
Oh,
would have
cool.
been different.
Yeah, it's like apparently it was like the party place to go. People would come here, all the big acts in like modern music.
It's interesting because you can still see like remnants probably of that, but it's way more tame because there's so many places and they block off the street where you can
Yep.
walk. You can't.
Yep.
It's not open carry, but you can walk. There's like always a ton of people in the street.
You can see the remnants. It's like a dead society is still here, and it's weird to you can see that it was once like that.
Right.
I heard all about that too from somebody a while ago. You know, very vaguely, but that sucks when people do that kind of stuff. Get together
Oh, yeah.
and just
What, the church
buy
undercutting
laws.
Yeah.
and delaying the evolution of culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why do that?
It's like in
Unheard
Jacksonville,
of.
all the Baptist church. It's like very well known that they buy up all the, you know, the cities have limited
Liquor license.
liquor licenses, and
Mhm.
and the church buys them all up. They
Mhm.
own like a ton of them, shit ton of them. They just sit on them.
Seems you shouldn't be able
That
to
would
do
like
that.
cause an uprising. I feel like people would be like, I don't care. I'm gonna buy it anyways.
It should be like it should be like how studios, you know, have the right to make, you know, like Sony has the right to make Spider-Man movies, but they lose it if they don't make a movie within a certain number of years.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, it's like you
It's like
have
if you
to
don't
make
build a
clear.
bar with your license, you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are they finally handing Spider-Man over to Disney?
They think they
No.
already did, right?
No.
No, they're doing like a
They're like cross doing it because he's in
yeah,
Marvel.
they're teaming up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because like the Spider-Man Homecoming. I was wondering about that.
yeah. But it was interesting because then he was telling me, you know, one thing he about the city, and I think we feel it too, is about like it seems like a lot of people are negative. Like it has like there's like a negative vibe. Everyone's almost trying to come down on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it, like
Yeah.
and it's like we're guilty of it sometimes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like there's this mentality in the city
Yeah.
where it's like people want to come down on you without even knowing what you're doing in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, when you do go to another place, you don't feel that. It's weird. It's like a whole new mindset you feel
Mhm.
He was because his example was L.A. and you do feel it out there. It's
Yeah.
like everyone's there
There's
to
an
make their
energy.
dream happen.
The
Here,
energy's
everyone's
completely
dreams are
different,
dead.
Yeah.
At least you're out there trying. Here, everyone's like kind of down on you in a way before
Yeah.
they even know.
Right.
And we talked about that, how it's interesting, like maybe even a bunch of people might go move out to the same city and all be positive.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what is that disconnect where why can't, besides the fact of, you might need to go somewhere for opportunities, like why can't you just be positive here,
I know.
Right. Yeah.
or be positive where you are?
Mm-hmm. That's
Like,
what I was
everybody
thinking,
moves out of a place to another place, and then they're all like, I'm a New Yorker now, and I'm positive, or I'm a LA
Yep.
person, and I'm positive now.
And
And all
it's
they
like-
did was complain.
but all you
besides-
did was
yeah.
physically move. It's
And
like
besides
it's all,
the fact of the cities being different,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, what's that? I don't know.
It's,
I guess there's
it's-
different opportunities, and
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I feel like, yeah, the opportunities like in New York, you far outweigh what is here.
Mm-hmm. But you still
terms
have to
of-
make your own you
Yeah.
have to make your
Yeah,
own.
but like how? Yeah, I mean,
besides that,
It's
what's
it's
the
people
mentality
like
that's different?
that move to New York will just naturally be like, I'm doing it, I'm doing
right.
it, I'm doing
That's
it.
where showbiz is,
And
it's
then
like,
people that move aren't from there. They have to move back to like here. They're like, I tried, I failed, and so it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, you're
it's
just
that
fucking
it's in
down.
your
it is.
head.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
It's all-
also
yeah.
like, I think there's just sort of this. Everybody feels like Orlando's a B film town.
Oh yeah,
and
I
it's,
mean,
so
it
it's
used
like-
to
a
be.
C.
Yeah, exactly.
I was about
And
to say
so-
it maybe used to be
It's
like a
almost
B
nothing now.
plus,
Yeah.
A minus.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of that, has a lot to do with
That's-
it too. Because
yeah.
there was a time where, I mean, Nickelodeon was here. It's like
Yeah.
in Nickelodeon's heyday, some of the best like Nickelodeon shows were here.
yeah,
all the GAC shows.
Yeah, and so it's like everybody was probably like on cloud nine. Everybody was like,
all them sliming and
Yeah,
gas-
sliming.
all the gacking and sliming, and Clarissa explains it all. And
Was that filmed here?
yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
cool.
Correct me if I'm wrong, internet, but I think it was.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Rugrats was filmed here.
Well, yeah, yeah. But so it was like, yeah, and so then, especially with
it
like the
just-
film incentives and everything, and then it just like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, man can only take so much,
Yeah.
It's like
It's like the
a town
politics
can only take so much.
of the state and of everywhere in the state are just so backwards.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's like that movie I read this like after I saw Baby Driver, I read that Baby Driver brought I think $30 million to Georgia's economy. Just that one movie. And that's a small movie relatively speaking to like what type of movies they're making there
Yeah.
in Georgia. They're doing all the Marvel movies there and
No, it's going to be great for the state, and it'll
Yeah.
look wonderful. And then Florida will be like, well, maybe we should do that.
yeah,
So
which
maybe
I
in
want
10 years.
you start to wonder it's like could you just start doing it on like a city level?
No,
just
and you
say,
can.
Fuck the
There's-
state,
They do that in Miami, maybe, or somewhere.
Oh yeah.
There's certain cities that do definitely do
Mm-hmm.
that.
But yeah, it's interesting.
But it also makes me feel, going back to all of it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, it's here, like people's dreams. It's like, you don't need to
Right.
travel anywhere. It's like, I feel like the whole city in general is just waiting for
Right.
someone to just sort of say, hey, let's
Let's do
make shit
something.
happen here in a way.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it's sort of happening, but,
You can feel it happening in certain ways.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like little bits and pieces.
but it's like, hopefully
it-
they don't push it down again,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's like I'm thinking about a metaphor. It's like a bunch of cars being stuck in traffic. It's like the kind of the attitude where you're like, if everyone could just get synchronized and we all just ease up speed, we could all just move again.
Yep.
Mhm.
But it's like somebody speeds
Potential
up and then
energy.
brakes, and then like somehow the traffic. It's like we could all just go.
Yep.
Mhm.
You always wonder like, why can't cars just start and all go?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can get out of the bad mood, and
Yeah.
everybody then it affects everybody else.
It's weird because when we went out to San Francisco, you don't feel that. It
No.
feels different. Your
No, no.
mind is different, and
Yeah.
it's something.
Well, I mean, San Francisco is beautiful, so it's like
Yeah.
you can't compete with that.
and I guess that's also something too. It's hard not to just kind of genuinely be happier when you can just look at nature.
Yeah.
I like
constantly.
living near the
Yeah.
water. You
Yeah.
know, like I feel like it affects the human chemistry differently.
No,
Yeah.
but
I think
it has to. 'Cause
we're in Florida,
from
but
the
like
water.
there's no water
Yeah.
around.
We're in
Besides
Florida,
weird
but we're in
lakes.
like the most stupid city in Florida because we're
This
not
is literally
by
the dumbest.
beach.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest,
Dumbest place to live.
scenario possible. It's like
There's
Dumbest place on earth.
There's no beach.
Yeah.
There's no beach within like an hour
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of a bizarre place.
to live.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be like a just got.
It
Make
is
the
interesting
beach
that we
come
chose
this
to
way.
sort of live here, you know?
Well, your life chooses you in so many ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And I never
interesting.
really went to the beach that much when I lived near it.
Yeah, I never.
I did in Jacksonville.
I didn't go a ton either.
I liked
up.
living near it, but
Yeah.
it,
It's like
felt
it's
different.
there,
Yeah.
so it's like you're, you know.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like somehow you feel it in the whole city, even if you're like not right near it.
Mhm.
Somehow, like it just changes the temperature and stuff. You know, like
Yep.
Jacksonville has the river too. You know, I feel like
Mhm.
just like that ocean breeze and the river. I don't know.
That's
like the
gotta-
temperature's always
yeah.
a little bit cooler in Jacksonville than it is here.
Mhm.
That's got to have a big effect on just like waking up in the morning, walking outside.
You're not mad.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that's
hot swamp here, and then there
Yep.
it's like ocean, fresh air.
Yeah.
It's weird. I wonder how much those things actually might affect you, and you don't quite know.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is like a hot swamp
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
parking
yeah.
lot that was turned into a parking lot.
Yep. Let's like gut it out and bring the ocean closer.
Well, it'll be closer anyway, you know, with climate change.
I mean, if it does happen, we're gonna have some damn good real estate around here.
Yeah, if we buy some
Yeah.
houses here, eventually it'll be beachfront property.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's like it's beachfront now, but in 10 years it might be underwater.
It'll be under the water.
Yeah.
But it's like global warming might stop right at your backyard, though, and you
Yeah.
might get real lucky.
That's what I mean. If we buy homes here in Orlando,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe, you know,
Like go
global
buy,
warming will get so bad that it's beachfront property eventually.
and then, but then it'll just fix itself. You're like, all right, we fixed it, and then
Yeah,
it takes
it'll
like
stop right at your doorstep.
that'd
Yeah.
be perfect. You'd have like wonderful beachfront.
It's like Lex Luthor's plan. He was gonna bought all that,
Yeah.
all those
I know.
homes in the desert.
Yeah.
And he was gonna like explode the fault line and drop the
Yeah.
it's Walt
half of
Disney's plan.
California into the ocean.
That
That
was-
beachfront property.
Wasn't that like his plan in the Superman Returns too? He had like,
But
that-
he had like
similar
a
plan.
Yes, yeah.
but what did he want people to live on that thing?
Eventually, he was gonna like build it up.
It was looking pretty rough.
That's why
in
it
the
all
beginning.
felt right to me because it was like real estate and schemes. I was like,
Yeah.
it feels like Lex Luthor.
It's funny though because it's like I have all this crazy stuff happening, but I'm using it to like make a few $1 million.
Yeah.
It's just I guess he's like ultra greedy.
And I hope you can
Yeah.
like, what is he gonna do? Like lay his flag in it? You know, like
Right.
Yeah.
America's gonna be like, nah, that's ours.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, well, I guess I should have built an army instead of
Yeah.
acquired a bunch of money.
What were you saying though? It's Disney's plan.
I was saying that you said Lex Luthor's plan. I was saying it was Walt Disney's plan to just have the parks be beachfront property, and
Hmm.
yeah,
Was it really? At one point? Or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they'll build their own rivers if they want a river.
Yeah,
they build their
exactly.
own river.
They will.
Yep.
They should put a big
Make
lake
their
out
own
there.
beach. Speaking about Disney beaches, remember a while ago that little kid got eaten by an alligator
Yep.
Oh
on the
yeah.
beach, the fake beach.
That's awful. That oh god. It was like I think it was their first trip to Disney too.
Mm-hmm. You can read
I
the
would
story.
feel like an awful parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dad went in and I think like tried to save the kid.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be awful.
it'd be really hard after that.
Yeah. That's your worst nightmare.
I wonder how that family's doing because I think they had another kid.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have another kid, that marriage is probably over for sure
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because it'd just be too hard. But then if you have another kid, you got to like keep a happy face for the
But
other
didn't they have two kids?
Yeah.
I think they did. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, so like just to keep it two.
They should just have another kid and forget about him.
Yep. I mean,
Honestly.
was it practically new? Like
It was a
recently
new kid.
gotten?
That's what's bad about kids. Even if you recently get them,
You
and
feel
something
the
bad
same.
happens, that's gonna haunt you the rest of your life. Like I only knew him for like a year.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
Yeah,
I
it was
only
my
knew him
kid,
a
but
couple
I
of
knew-
years. But no, you're already connected.
I guess that's why, when like your parents die, it's like it probably does feel worse than when a mother or I
Oh.
must feel worse to lose a parent than it does to lose a kid.
No.
Are
No.
you sure?
No.
I don't know.
No.
You know them longer.
You know them longer, but I feel like that
Like,
bond.
But-
you have a kid for a year,
Yeah, but the life-changing effect of like having a child, you know.
but you could just have another kid though. You have one kid, you lose it
that's
at like
still-
a year.
No,
I
you're
feel like the
totally-
grief and the pain you could get over easier, perhaps.
No.
well, I think it might depend on
No.
the age of the child. You know?
One, like he's
'Cause, you know,
like a
like-
baby.
People even get sad if it's like complications in the stomach and they or
Mhm.
whatever they
Like a miscarriage.
miscarriage. Yeah, they never meet it. They still are sad.
Mm-hmm.
But I wondered like,
they
is there
don't
like
get
a
over it, and I feel
a
like
sliding scale of grief where you're like maybe if you're like 12 and you lose your parents, it's the max
I
that
think
you could feel.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think a certain age child would be worse than losing a parent.
Yeah.
But I see what you're
I
saying.
don't-
Like
I don't-
maybe what?
I don't think so. I think anytime any type of age child that dies before, I just think it would be worse for the parent. Like
Yeah.
anytime, you know, like
Do you
even
think
if
they
they're
would feel
60 years old.
worse at 1
For sure.
than they would at 2, than
Well-
they would at 3, than 4? Like,
No, see, I
when
think
would a
it's,
parent
I think
feel
it's
the
worse
most
at like
grief?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Right around there.
But
Like,
if it's like 6 months, it's like horrible. But
Right.
you'd be able to like
But you didn't begin the
find a
sort
way
of-
to live again.
Yeah,
you know?
You didn't even
begin
discover who it was.
Right. You didn't start. Yeah. You didn't imprint.
yeah.
It-
So
all
there
the
must
way.
be some sort of level there where
What do
you
you
feel more.
What do
Yeah.
you think? Like
I
10 or 12 versus 6 months old.
Like as a parent,
Because 10 or
losing a
12, you're like,
child-
Yeah.
oh man, he had a beautiful singing voice. He was playing
You
playing
know,
sports.
You know all this stuff about
he was,
him.
you know, and then gone.
At 6 months, it's like a
versus-
horrible tragedy.
Well, he was 6 months. He pooped and slept a lot.
you would obviously
Well, I
be
know.
heartbroken, but you wouldn't
Yeah,
have all
I
those
guess
other
it
triggers.
It would be bad, and what
Yeah.
I'm saying is all of this, regardless of the age of the child, it's just worse than
Okay.
having your parents die at any age, at any point. I don't think there's anything because like if you're like
Well,
a
but
baby,
if you're
it's like okay, you grew up without them, so you're kind of like in a mindset where it's like okay, I've always been like this.
right.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
if you're more of a grown up, yeah, okay, it'll hit you, but still, you're not.
Right.
You're
I
still
think-
forming yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're still forming yourself, so it does affect you, but you're not counting on it. When you're an adult, you're counting on that kid to bury you. You know,
yeah.
at whatever age they are. You know, so
Really? Like
Wait, you're
that,
saying
that
as a
baby
kid-
comes out and you're like, that son of a bitch better bury
Yeah,
me.
I mean,
Well, you're expecting to
yeah.
never see
you're
anything
expecting them to
awful
live
to
on.
happen to it. Hopefully.
Yeah.
exactly.
And you'll be gone.
Exactly.
But are you?
The-
How old are you saying where it wouldn't be bad to lose a parent? 'Cause
Right.
I feel like you're talking from kind of like almost like an adult view.
If you were a kid and you lost your
Because
parents,
what
then
if
I
you're
could see-
5?
Yeah.
Because now, and also we have to
I
bring
still don't
in.
think that's worse than the way than.
Yeah, but think
everything
about
around.
I
think
think
about what
if
it was
you're
like.
5 years old, it could be worse than losing.
Yeah, think about what it was
6-month-old.
like to be 5 years old and how much you like loved.
Your parents
your
are
pa-
your
your
in
mom
are
or-
literally your
Mhm.
entire world.
You rely on them
Yeah.
for everything.
And also, what if
Is
they
it,
were
like,
like
when
eaten
you're
by
that
a
young?
lion right in front of you?
Yeah, exactly. like losing your kid to the alligator, and it's like, or like a murderer comes into your house or something.
Right.
Like something you saw in a movie happens. You know, it's like, oh
And
god.
you're 5 years old.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Elizabeth?
I think your personality is still not formed, so I see
That
how
is going to
But that's-
form your
that's-
personality.
That's
though.
worse
exactly. I
'Cause
know.
now you're gonna be like.
But
crazy.
however, but we're talking about pain and thresholds of pain. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
But you would look back
and you
on
won't
that and
like,
be like,
really remember it.
no, you would. It would
Well,
be
what if
who
you're
you
7?
are.
You know, yeah. Just tweak anything we're saying. Tweak it and think about it. What if you're
Yeah,
7
like 9, 10, you know.
and they're eaten by a lion in front of you, blood's getting on your face, and then you got to try and live?
You like watch your mom smash.
She's
by
like,
a
"Son,
lion."
run!"
But you
and
have
you're trying
your
to help her.
entire life ahead of you, though. I don't know. I still feel like
I think that might be worse than giving birth to a baby and it's like in one of those incubators and it just
Mhm.
doesn't make it after 3 months.
Yeah.
I think watch
That's
your
definitely
mother
worse.
get eaten by a lion at 7
Yeah,
years
that's
old.
Yeah.
It's going to
definitely
be worse
That would be
than
worse.
losing that incubator baby.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that would be worse.
I guess I can give you some leeway right there. I guess.
Mom by lions,
But I
greater
think
than
it all-
incubator baby.
I definitely know what you meant though. Like it all kind of depends.
Mhm.
I don't think any parent ever wants to lose a child though.
Yeah.
No.
It's
like the
weird
worst
because you
nightmare.
don't even know the thing. Is what's so bizarre. Like you lose it at like 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't even know it.
Yeah.
But
it's
there's
like
still all those like hopes and dreams.
I mean,
and,
well,
But
if
then
it,
what are you
goals.
missing then? That's like your
yeah, it is weird.
your fake visions of the future, which you can just now recreate.
well, at least for the mom, it's
Or
been
try
It's
to.
just
inside
like that
of her.
sadness that comes in. you know,
and
that-
they talk about this
tragedy.
relation and connection that you make with the baby as the baby is inside of you. So even if it was out for only 1 month, it's been with her for like the past 10 months, the past year. You know what I mean?
But for the man, they probably haven't. They didn't. So I always wonder how would they feel. They would obviously feel worse than a mother,
You're like,
or
yeah,
the mother would feel worse than the men.
Walk it
Anytime a
off.
kid dies, I think.
I'll just walk it
Yeah.
off, honey.
Yeah.
Let's just make a new one.
Yeah.
Make a new one.
What, you don't want to make a new one?
What? It's easy.
It'll only take a couple months.
You just
No,
did it.
five
Now you know
years.
how to do it right.
One of my buddies, Mike Dorf, they're having a baby.
Hey, congratulations. Mike Dorf and Carmen
Will it be a door?
Alicia.
Alicia.
It'll be a Dorf.
Oh, a Dorf.
A little
Is
dwarf.
it?
Little Dorf larva. His boys can swim. So it's
Who wants to
interesting.
drink beer?
His
I'm ready.
boys.
What time is it?
Miller Time.
All right.
This episode's Miller Time brought to you by Miller Lite, of course, as always, and Elizabeth Rios, who has found our TJ Miller Time, apparently. We are all anxiously waiting. Miller
Look at
Time
her-
is
look
where
on her
we...
face. I don't know that she has.
I thought you found one. She found
She
one.
typed his name into Google.
So Miller Time is where we talk about the actor TJ Miller.
Yeah, it's just an excuse for us to drink beer. Eventually, we just will be drinking beer and not talking about T.J. Miller. Heidi time.
That-
I was gonna say though. Oh, that was just funny too. Where that went and
Oh,
how we
yeah.
got there,
I don't even remember.
because we were talking,
We're talking about Florida.
and Orlando. Then we got into the fact that it floods in oceanfront, and then she went into this
Beaches.
beaches thing with Disney, and then you brought that up.
Alligator.
Yeah.
Kid getting-
Okay, I don't want to change subject, but before we do TJ Miller, do you know that guy that helped
Oh my God.
the homeless woman?
What?
He started a GoFundMe. He has $10,000 in there. That woman is still in the street.
For who?
Is it for
Is that
her?
more for her?
For her.
We need to expose this man.
We need to. $10,000.
Wow.
And it doesn't even say what is he gonna use it for, because like one of the things that is like kind of like when they teach you to how to do this campaigns and stuff for them to be effective and whatever you
Yeah, you say what you're going to spend the money
yeah
on.
you give a
You
breakdown.
outline of
yeah,
what you're
I'm
gonna do.
Right, and it doesn't say anything. It's just like, oh, this poor lady, and I want to help her, and
He's
she
just
doesn't
trying
buy
to get
food
fame.
Yeah.
and
Seems
fucking
disgusting.
money.
Yeah.
$10,000. Didn't we just see her
Here's a tip.
outside?
We should go and
Take some
find
of that
this
money
go.
and get a new haircut, fella.
We should
man.
find that guy
Burn
and
this.
and harshly harass
We
him.
should walk up to him with
Yeah.
a running camera.
and
Yeah.
microphone. Be like,
And
sir,
mic.
sir.
What are you gonna do with that money?
He's like, I work around downtown. I'm all around. I've never seen him.
He's like, I'm going to slowly give it out to her day by day, buying her lunches because she's not allowed. She's not capable of handling her own money.
I'm putting it in a savings account for her so she can have it later in life when she's set.
Yeah. Let's open these.
3, 2, 1. Cheers.
Elizabeth's not even.
All right.
Ah,
This is Miller
coffee.
time. What's the Miller time, Elizabeth?
It's 3:18. Oh, the Miller.
Oh my gosh, this is the worst Miller time yet.
Worst Miller time
I had
ever.
it.
Homeless man uses lunch break to teach homeless woman
Yeah.
a lesson.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Homeless
say
man uses lunch break to teach homeless woman to make love.
What?
Homeless on homeless.
I feel like that's also
Hobo,
maybe what
hobo.
something went on. He like cleaned her up, got her
Hobo-
looking nice,
hobo
made her a
butthole
dinner,
touching.
and did some weird
Oh,
sex shit for
God.
one night.
Ew.
Look at that
I could
guy.
see him doing that, honestly.
Yeah, like let me put my face in your body.
He looks. He looks like. I'm trying to figure out who he reminds me of.
A douchebag?
Well, yeah.
Fuck this guy.
That guy.
fuck you, buddy.
What do you think you're going to do? Change the world? You're just one man.
Hey, I didn't see you buy her lunch.
It's because she repulses us and we run away.
You know, we buy an immigrant lunch every day.
Yeah.
We don't get no GoFundMes or
No, don't get a write up in the paper.
get a write up
about
in the
that.
freaking paper.
Not trying to go viral out there either.
But hey, we do
You should
do that.
share
so,
your
you know,
stories.
you should
Yeah,
share,
they do it in a very graceful way.
All right. Yeah. Going viral.
Oh fuck. Okay, so yeah.
What's going on, Elizabeth? What's
Wow,
the deal?
Is
I
that
can't
the
believe this.
headline?
You,
I got-
you already looked it up.
I got TJ Miller slams Silicon Valley cast for not doing enough to stop Trump. Is that too old?
What's the deal
All
on
right.
that?
That's enough.
That's enough.
Good job, TJ
Good
Miller.
job. All
Thank
right,
you for
moving on.
being you. You have an open invitation to come on the podcast.
Yeah. What's going on with Travis's wife?
Oh, what do you got over there? Donkey Kong, New York?
Donkey Kong, New York. Oh. Laying by the pool with a couple of cocktails there.
Yeah, that's mine right there on the side.
Oh, this one is?
Yeah,
So
this
is
is
this
good.
What were
Before you
y'all
came in?
drinking?
It looks like what is that? Orange and some red stuff.
You don't even remember?
No, I had a lot at
Looks
that
kind of like
point.
an old fashioned.
Looks like an old fashioned, like a walk, don't run.
Yeah.
Because you are by the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag bourbon enthusiast. What are in these glasses, would you say?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna post that hashtag.
Why is she covering her breasts?
And
Because you can't show them on Instagram.
because Instagram
Well,
will
it's from the back.
they'll see
She's
a
been
female
slacking lately.
nipple
Yeah,
and
maybe
they
she's
will
been busy.
censor it.
Mhm.
They will censor the fuck out of you. for
Okay,
showing
Travis,
your
why
nipples.
has she been slacking? What have y'all been
Oh wait,
up
what's
to?
this video?
You know.
Entertain
Dun,
us a little.
dun, dun,
Make up a
dun.
story about your wife.
Well, I want to watch this video.
Donkey.
I don't know. This is a
That's the
dumb
video.
ad.
We're watching a video. She's walking down the street. She's strutting, I would even say.
We have to go to the
sassily.
website or something to see more.
Is showing midriff coming back, Elizabeth? Care to comment?
It's showing what?
She's showing your midriff coming back. I feel like it's coming
Do you all
back.
of a sudden have the
know, I
urge
don't
to show
like
your
it.
midriff?
I feel like I see belly button a lot more.
I see men showing their midriff.
No, you
every
don't.
now. Oh yeah, like
Really?
short tank tops. People like
Men-
workout
Do you
shit.
enjoy it?
Tank
No.
tops.
I come
I find
on.
men repulsive.
Yeah. You know what? The
They
look I
are.
hate is like the
Everyone should be a woman.
buff dude with the swimsuit that goes down right above the pubes.
Oh yeah.
It's like put
That turns me on.
them back.
Elizabeth,
Because it's like they want to show off that V thing.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting. I don't want to
Yeah.
see the top of your pubes.
Whoa,
No, yeah.
that
like
dude
that's
is
I got
hot.
it all.
Men crop
Yeah, like
tops.
that. Like look how low
Yeah.
that is. It's like
They're wearing this the
I
crop
think-
top shorts and
Trevor,
the
I
shirts.
think
disgusting.
I
Black
think it is low, but I think the V makes it seem lower too. It is pretty low though,
it's pretty low.
but it accentuates it. You know, it draws the eye. It is pretty low.
It does, but the shorts should be higher.
See, like
you
this
shouldn't
man's
wear
wearing
your
it
shorts
around
that
his,
low.
his waist.
Okay,
basically.
yeah, you're right.
But what the fuck?
It's
They're trying to
completely-
push this as fashion.
That's not fashion.
He's
no one's
with
gonna
his-
know what we're talking about.
His
Oh,
boobs
yeah,
out.
no, we just like
There's
launched
a man
through
who's
bunch
got
of
a
photos.
neck and sleeves, and that's it for a t-shirt.
Those
Yeah.
shoes
Nipples
are
are out.
terrible.
Some fashion photo we're looking at. It's kind of ridiculous.
Hashtag us in the comments if you'd like to show your belly button.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
I will never subscribe to that.
Showing your belly button.
Yeah.
Here we are.
What
at
about the
work
what about
site.
the deep V on the men's body?
That's
Do you like that?
gross. That's gross.
Like the
And
D'An- what's
man's
the guy?
body
The guy's
and
name we
women's
started that
body.
D'Angelo. The look up D'Angelo. I think that was
Who's
his name.
that?
He was like the R&B artist. There's a famous music video that he did, and like it was like between that and I feel like Brad Pitt and Fight Club started all that. You know,
It was all that
the deep
music.
V low.
Oh yeah, Brad Pitt and Fight Club had a great deep V.
Yeah. Great
He
body.
almost had like a
deep V.
pot belly of muscle.
Yeah.
So V'd out.
Oh,
Yeah, he was-
Elizabeth.
He was cut.
Last time I burped twice when you were talking.
You know that
and
sex
I
scene in
apologize.
Fight Club
Mm-hmm. With the rubber
where
glove.
it's like, yeah, it was with the rubber glove and it's like
Uh-huh.
360 and they're like, ah.
yeah.
That was all CGI.
Who's that?
It's
Really?
completely computer.
Britney Spears
It looked good.
wearing low
It might have been
rise.
like kind of. They might have used photos to like map
Mhm.
a 3D, body.
Mhm.
It was all fake people.
I remember it looking really good.
It was cool looking, but
Yeah.
but I'm like, was that necessary?
But
Like building 3D humans and like freeze framing it and flying
not.
around it for a sex scene.
no. Well, it doesn't look like she's up to much. What else is
Yeah.
going on?
Well, I don't know. Anything else we want to talk
Low-rise.
about?
Anyone got weekend plans? I don't know.
I'm gonna spend my weekend
Elizabeth's moving,
moving.
That's right. It was Rob's birthday yesterday as well.
Yes.
yeah.
What'd
we
you get Rob
have-
for your birthday?
I got him a bag of things that he likes. His favorite candies, a gift card to Taco Bell, and a
To
gift
Taco
card
Bell?
to Starbucks. I gave him a big bottle of Maker Marks. Maker's Mark, whatever.
Maker marks.
Whatever.
Make your marks. Get set,
We like to give
go.
Elizabeth a hard time because she's.
Our flag can't. We're shooting with our flag
Because I'm
camera right now.
bilingual,
She's
you know,
bilingual.
and
we like to make fun of you because you're smart.
Yeah,
You're bilingual and
precisely.
you're making it happen in another country, doing it up, graduating twice.
But it is
Loser.
funny to us when you do say things that are wrong.
Yeah,
right.
it's funny.
Yeah, no, that's great.
We're actually helping you. We're teaching you.
It's very nurturing. I also gave him underwear and Zelda socks
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what?
You sold the socks
Zelda
and gave
socks.
him
and a
underwear.
bunch of like candies that he likes.
What
like
type
Does
of
he have a
underwear
Nintendo
did you
Switch?
use?
Huh?
Did you guys get a Nintendo Switch?
No.
Oh, I hear the new Zelda on there is amazing.
Oh.
Transgender is so in. Even the Nintendo switched.
Good one. Boom.
Wow.
I know.
What type of underwear does Rob wear? Trevor and I were just talking about it.
Yeah.
We wear similar.
I
we're
found the
Hanes
finally.
guys.
Do you wear a certain type though? Like
I
I,
have-
finally
there's two
found the
types I
type
wear.
the only type I will wear.
There's two types of Hanes that I wear. How many types do you wear, Phil? The same one?
Well,
He wears the.
I wear one
Yeah,
that looks like this. It's like a
boxer
mid-level.
briefs.
Like,
It
this
has
is
an
the-
elastic band, but it's supposed to be like comfortable, like
Mhm.
that. It's a black elastic band. That's the ones I like.
Yeah.
I couldn't find them at Target, so I just needed some new ones. So I
Well-
actually got a pair of Fruit of the Loom.
Hey, that's
breathable.
right now.
We all wear the same
underwear.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out.
All right.
Oh, Underwear Brothers! What? This is the only kind I usually wear.
Yeah, they're
You
great.
all have like other colors, like
But-
blue. Like I have a lot of blue.
I have black,
They're all dark colors.
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all like blue
Well,
and grays.
I guess I should say I have like three styles. So I have this one, and then I have a pair that's more of like an athletic kind that doesn't have the hole in the front at all. It's just stitched up.
I wouldn't like that.
Which it's kind of annoying because like when I go to use the urinal, I have to unbutton and unbuckle my pants completely.
I do
like a
that
kid.
anyway, so I
Yeah.
don't mind. I don't like the
But
middle
the other brand that I wear is the Comfort brand, like the Comfort Soft band or whatever, and it's wrapped with the fabric. The
Oh.
band is, and it's usually pretty nice. And so I recently ordered a new pair of that, and they changed the quality, or the quality went down because the stitching that is up against your waist just like cuts into your hips. Or at least for me, it did. It's like way more abrasive than the older pairs that I have.
I used to
don't know what
wear
happened.
some similar to that where the band was like it's not, kind of like all fabric. It's not like an
Yeah.
elastic part.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like the material is too heavy. It's like a t-shirt. It's like a thick.
Yeah.
They're kind of thicker feeling.
They
to
are
me. They're
thicker,
like
yeah,
thicker
like-
t-shirt sheet material or something.
Yeah,
Right.
that's basically, it's like they just took like a t-shirt material and wrapped it around the.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like the
just felt
same
like they're
material
too
as the
thick.
underwear around the waistband.
and it's like thick around the belt area too. You know, because it's like
Mhm.
thick.
What about yours, Elizabeth?
That was all a big setup to
Yeah.
find out what kind of
Yeah.
panties you wear. Are they similar to the homeless woman?
Is it
By
is it
the-
arousing
by the
to hear
lake.
men talk about their underwear?
I would guess not.
No.
'Cause we're talking about comfort bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
So what was it?
We'll tell you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Of
What brand? How about that? Hanes.
Victoria's Secret. Target.
I don't know. I really don't pay attention to that.
You probably
you have to go to
several.
a store somewhere and buy underwear.
I feel like
Well,
women have several
I have
kinds of
been-
brands.
I have been in Target. I have been in Victoria's
Mm.
Secret. I have done.
What's
You
your
bought them
favorite?
from all those?
Yeah.
Which one do you think is the best?
What's
Like
your
if I were
favorite
a
on
woman, where should
comfortable
I
day?
shop?
You know?
On a comfortable day.
Yeah, you want coverage.
Yeah, you want full
like granny
coverage.
panties.
Yeah, what's a good granny panty?
No.
Victoria's Secret has some good granny panties.
Oh yeah,
I would say nice fabric.
that's surprising because or
Yeah.
a surprising answer.
Have y'all like gone in there with your significant other
To-
before Victoria's Secret
Yeah.
shopping? That's always an interesting experience.
It's exactly like that movie with Will Smith. They try it on.
Oh yeah, the person who comes up
They
and
model
helps
it
you,
for
they
you,
model
yeah.
the
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that.
Don't they do that in something else too? Is that in Bill and Ted's? And they get, or like no, it's Mighty Ducks.
I don't know.
What's the like? They go to Rodeo Drive and like get the women to model the clothing for them, and then they get in trouble.
I don't know.
Sounds like Mighty Ducks 2, maybe. Anyway,
Mighty Ducks.
It's
a mighty.
When you go in there, you feel like you're not allowed to look at anything.
yeah, but then I
Kind of like
remind
look straight down on the floor.
I just remind myself. I say no. This is an underwear store. My eyes can go wherever they want.
Yeah.
So I just like
Yeah.
look around everywhere. Just like, oh, what's this?
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have anything in a medium?
You say that, then
Something
you just
that would
turn to the
flatter my
nearest
body
woman,
type.
Yeah.
Just stare up and down.
Well, it's weird. It's intimate because you're in there with other women they're buying their underwear. So it's like that's very,
I
usually
wouldn't
don't
want
know
a man
what
in
underwear
there.
a woman's wearing unless it's like a date.
But it's
you know?
so funny because you say it like that. You're like you're with women and they're buying their underwear.
Right.
But it's like I just walk into Target and buy my underwear. It's
Buy a
just like,
fucking 15
It's like
pack.
right next to like the freaking whatever
like
section.
the baby
Baby
aisle.
section, the women's section, the men's section, the freaking milk is around the corner, and you buy my underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Get a 12 pack.
Nobody's getting turned on.
That's what you
Get
think.
a 6-pack of boxers.
Well, it's also the market.
Let me get a 6 or a boxers and a
Victoria's
12 or a
Secret.
beer.
Exactly, but I guess that's what I was bringing attention to. It's like they have
Mhm.
those huge posters of
Mhm.
ladies.
Yeah, and
They
it's
make it all
like,
hot and sexy. It's like,
seduce your
yeah.
man. So like, if you're here to seduce your man. No, really.
Is that how you seduce
I guess
Rob?
that's why I was surprised when you said that they had good granny panties.
No, they do because they have like the best quality bras ever. Like
Yeah, that's where Ashley
it's
gets
like
her. Well,
it's
sorry,
great
Ashley.
support.
That's where she gets her bras from.
Yeah, because it's great support. They really don't hurt you. The sizes are accurate usually, so that's pretty much what I'm paying for.
Mhm.
Like just that comfort.
Bras
and
they're not cheap either.
they're
fucking
not cheap,
expensive.
but they're good quality. They
Right.
last forever.
That's why she
You know.
gets.
What
them
about
from
bottoms? We were talking about boxers. What about bottoms? I thought that's what I
And
was
bottoms,
thinking
they
about.
have everything across the board. Like
They got good
whatever.
granny panty
yeah,
bottoms.
like if you're looking to seduce your man, you'll find something. But you have.
Their stores are massive. It's kind of crazy. It's
Yes.
like the variety.
I love
Yeah.
that place.
Does anybody else's house get like the catalog sent to their house?
I used to when I lived in Waterford, and it comes with like a free panty. Man, I
Like a
miss that
coupon?
deal. Like a coupon with a free penny, no purchase required. Of course, you'd end up buying like 3 bras and then get
That's
your free
smart.
penny. But it was great. It was awesome because I would
I
get
re-
like one for free every month.
I fondly remember being like a teenager and getting those would show up at our house.
Yep, and I'd be like,
Mine.
mine. And everybody
like,
in the
"Where's
house
those
is like,
damn
I don't know
Victoria's
how
Secret
this
catalog?"
got here, and I don't know how it got there, but
Yeah.
Who ordered it in the first place? Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
knows. They just show up somehow.
You start thinking about your mom going to that store.
Yeah.
It's like the same way.
It makes it
Did
much
anybody
harder.
else get like a razor from Gillette when you turn 18?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I got like 3. They kind of fucked my name up a couple times.
Yeah, they
It's
send you like a whole
how do
kit.
they know though? Like, what
Yeah.
are they? What database are they looking at? And like, whoever thought of that was a genius because I used that thing for years and years and years.
Oh, me too.
yeah.
I got mine was a Mach 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine too.
it was like, yeah, that's funny.
I think I used it till I lost it or something.
Yeah.
There's a whole business model named after it called the Razor and Blades business model, where you give
Really?
the razor and charge. It's like charge for the blade. So you give away one aspect of it for free.
like the handle.
Yeah, or like give away the camera, but sell the film.
Right.
It's interesting.
interesting.
It's a great model, and for it to just come straight to your house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've been using Dollar Shave Club for a while. It's not bad.
You know they're owned by the same company now.
Are they?
Yeah, they sold
They
out
bought 'em out.
Oh.
to
Gillette bought them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's all the same now.
I
There
guess
is
so.
no.
I stopped their delivery though because I was getting a big stockpile of them, so I just stopped it.
Yeah, how often do you even need to? It's like once a month is kind of way too much.
It's way
wasteful. It's
overkill.
wasteful. It's
Yeah, I
like-
have like 30 of them. It's like maybe I change
I heard
once a
something
month.
about some scientist guy. He had like a real cheap razor, and someone told me this story, so I don't really know. But apparently, he took very good care of it and dried it off completely after
Mhm.
every use, and it lasted years and years and years. It's like you
That's
don't
awesome.
need.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of a big scam.
I
It's
would have to
kind of
imagine.
wasteful because like that stuff just goes in the garbage. It's like there's
Yeah.
metal in there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
just throwing it away.
Someone's gonna be walking
Plastic.
around on it.
Yeah.
Razor blades everywhere.
Yeah.
Anybody ever get razor blades in their candy?
No.
No, that's
treating.
a big. You know.
People use syringes and inject your candy.
Yeah, that was
or
the
something.
thing. You always were gonna get a syringe in the apple.
I-
Was there anybody else get apples? I got apples every now and then.
yeah, and they were great.
My mom made me throw them out.
My mom
Was
made
it like
some.
a candy apple or a regular apple?
Just a regular apple.
Oh, we got
I got a
candy.
few candy apples too.
Syringe apple?
Maybe that's.
That's like the rich house.
Yeah,
Did
they
you
were
ever? Do you
nice.
hear? Do you know about this, Elizabeth?
What are you talking?
There's like this kind of old wives'
Oh,
tale.
yeah.
Do you know what old wives' tale is?
Do you know what Halloween?
It's like an
is?
urban legend.
Like an urban
Right.
legend, like a myth.
Okay.
Well, first, do you guys do they celebrate Halloween in Venezuela?
It's not big, but yeah, it
Okay.
is celebrated somewhat.
Do you trick or treat? Like go
some-
door to door, get
in some rich places, I'm sure they do.
Okay.
But
So you never grew up trick or treating.
nah,
That's
Oh.
a shame. Did
Yeah.
you do it once you came here?
no.
You could do it though. I
You
feel
could
like.
do it.
You
You're
could totally
small.
do
You're
it.
tiny.
Yeah, you
I'll
could
go-
totally
I did it
do
till I was like 20.
We'll be your dads.
You
Yeah.
trick or treat.
Let's all go. Let's do a laser line trick or treat.
Yeah, I'm
Yay.
down.
Yay.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
did
a
it
fun
till the
thing for
people
the,
were
like the
started to be like,
building.
Yeah.
What?
Like the building could do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd
Well, we
be
did
fun.
have that walk around collab thing. Or whatever.
yeah.
So I didn't do trick or treat. The
Okay.
apple and the syringe.
Okay, so the
Please,
story
somebody.
goes that, you know, your parents would always warn you, like, you're gonna get a razor blade in your apple,
Or like
or
your
like in
candy
your
bar.
candy apple. That was just like the old wives' tale. Like
Why?
somebody would put razor, so you
There's
like
a
bite into
terrible
them and
person out
slit your
there.
mouth open.
Yeah.
There's like a serial killer.
Yeah,
out there
but
putting
why do
razor
they need to
blades in apples.
traumatize you about this?
To make you
Because
scared.
I guess there was some story that somebody did that, and then it's like it got passed down to every child in the whole land.
Everyone knew
One
it.
Everyone
person.
knows the
I mean,
story.
but what's the lesson? It's like, oh, if you misbehave, you're gonna get a syringe apple.
No, there's no lesson. It's just like be careful.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
watch what you eat. Don't. Maybe that's what it is. Just don't eat too much. Or
Yeah.
But mom, you.
It's like a
bought
good way, I
these.
guess. In a sense,
Yeah.
it gets. It's like they just sort of beat you over the head with it and say, just think about what you're eating.
Yeah.
Yep. Did y'all ever have the kid about the one with the kid who's got his finger stuck in the drain and drown, or like someone
pool?
drowned
Oh, in the pool. Yeah, you're like,
I
don't
heard-
go near that drain because you're
There
gonna
was
get
that one?
stuck and you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I heard one too where it was like, you know, the kid sat on the drain and it sucked his guts out. You know?
Yeah, I got that one too.
Like that sounds horrible.
Or
You
it
know?
suctioned him down to the bottom and you
Yeah,
drown.
you
It's
couldn't
like-
get out. Yeah.
And the same like don't run or
Yeah.
slip and fall and die. Which that one's kind
But you know what's funny?
That's
I
a
would
good
always
one.
swim down to the bottom of my pool and fuck with that thing.
Me
So-
too. Everyone did.
it completely made you
It
want to do it
backfired.
more.
Yeah, like how you never mentioned that.
That was like
They
the
probably-
only, or like was on his checklist.
Yeah.
You know, run, jump, do a cannonball and,
Yeah.
and mess with the drain.
Yep.
Cut
Come
to
back.
me lining up chairs in a line, running, seeing how many I could jump over into the pool,
Yeah.
going down to the bottom, touching that thing, you know?
Touching the drain. Yeah, so you were touching the drain, just feeling the suction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like, I could get away from
Yeah,
this.
I
you
guess
know?
it wouldn't do anything. I actually think I laid my back up against him trying to get
Yeah,
sucked down.
I used to like hang out next to it. It was fun.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
nothing wrong with it.
we had friends who had this thing. It's called a brownie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you've heard of it. It's chocolate. You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
But it's like it basically is a gas motor on an inner tube that pumps oxygen, and so you don't need your diver's permit or whatever to use it. Like they use it for like this thing in Florida called mini season or lobster season, where they go down to the Keys, and because it's dragged behind a boat and it has like all these little like looks like an octopus, with like oxygen. You just grab
Right,
one,
right.
breathe into it. Has like a regulator, and my parents would have parties, and they would bring it over. and set it up in the pool. And
That
like I
sounds
would
like
just
fun.
like grab one and just sit at the bottom of the pool and just sit there.
That
for,
sounds like so much
it
fun.
was so fun, like for like a long time. Just like
I would love doing
like,
that.
oh, this is great. Yeah.
It's awesome to hang out and breathe underwater.
It's like the one of the coolest feelings.
I used to go to the pool, like get goggles and a snorkel, and just lay still for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
or
awesome.
more.
It's such a cool feeling.
Just looking at the bottom, watching like the water slowly drip into the mask. You know?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever
Or
gone
just zone
scuba
out.
diving?
No.
Oh,
we
man.
should do it.
that.
Yeah. Have any of y'all done scuba diving?
Yeah, me and him are both. Well, I don't know how long it lasts. I've
Forever.
Oh,
it doesn't
does-
expire.
I'm certified,
Yeah.
but I haven't gone in
Yeah, I haven't gone like
since I was probably like 17, maybe.
Main thing I've done is like snorkeling and stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't gone like
But
8
I've gone
years.
lobstering and.
But you don't need one if you can do like a charter one or something. I don't think you
Mhm.
don't need a license as long as you're with somebody who can guide you and show you what to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's cool.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's
I
like
bet I would love it.
yeah,
yeah,
because you can like sit there
yeah.
and float in the water.
'Cause,
breathe
yeah,
and
you wear
look
that-
up at the sky.
I wouldn't want to look. I wouldn't want to go somewhere where there could be like bad animals.
yeah.
Because I would be like, huh,
Yeah, I know.
looking over my shoulder the whole time.
And like you don't even need to go deep, you know. Like the
Yeah.
coolest part is just hanging out like 10 feet down.
I feel like the deepest I've gone is like maybe 60 feet.
Mhm.
We've done like 30, 60 foot.
And I don't
dives.
even like going deep. I'm like I don't need to because
Yeah.
I like seeing the top.
But yeah, that vest you wear, what's it called? The buoyancy compensator or whatever. It pumps up with air, and you wear a that weight belt, and you you balance yourself out, so you're just like perfectly, and you're breathing, and you're just like floating in the void. It's
Right.
like crazy. We should all do that.
Yeah, we
That'd be a
should
lot
do
of
that.
fun.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. We used to go to Crystal River, and we were just snorkeling, but there would always be those scuba divers going down into
Oh, in the
Oh,
cave.
into the
caves?
spring
Yeah.
cave.
That's
like, they were
dangerous
Yeah, they
stuff
were like
there.
super
Yeah.
bunker divers.
I want to do it so bad. Like I when I was a kid, I always like, try to push myself and swim deeper and deeper and
That's
deeper
what I
and
was about to
deeper.
say. We would always do that. Like we practice, like clearing your ears underwater and go deep, 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 deep.
Yeah, that is so much
Yeah.
fun.
I always
It
kinda
was
wanted to be a
scary
free
too. It's
diver.
like, does it make you scared a little bit when you were like, because we would do it in the beach, in
Yeah.
the sea. So like, it's like, oh my god, this coral reef thing looks so crazy right now. It has so many colors, and I think it's gonna attack me. So
Yeah.
quickly just swim back, and
Yeah.
it was cool.
Me and my friend one time we would go diving where we'd walk, we'd just launch from like the beach, and we would go out to the reef. The reef was like not that far out, and we would like spearfish. And one time we were spearfishing, and like I turned around and there was like this 8-foot nurse shark just like coming through,
Fuck that.
and I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Freaking out or whatever. And like my one friend like kind of like climbed under a rock, kind of just like trying to like get it,
Yeah.
but they're harmless. Like they don't really mess with you, but it was just
Well, it's
still,
like when we
It's
went-
still very scary.
Yeah, when we went snorkeling in
Oh,
Puerto
yeah.
Rico, and there
Yeah.
was like that reef. It was really shallow, but then we turned and we went
Just
out,
darkness. Yeah.
and there was like just infinite darkness to the left, and then all of a sudden this creature starts coming
Oh,
out of
yeah,
it
that
straight
was,
towards
like,
us.
Crazy, yeah.
And it was, I guess it's not overly dangerous, but it could be, but it's
Mhm.
one of those giant manta rays. It was like
Yeah.
Oh,
huge.
it's huge. It looked like an
Yeah.
alien.
And it swam
Yeah.
right past us. It was so crazy.
Like went down to the surface or the
Mhm.
bottom of the ocean floor or whatever and rooted around. It's weird.
Yeah, deep in the ocean.
No
Those are the
thanks.
aliens.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Hey, giant squids.
Yeah.
I,
Or like
like,
giant jellyfish.
Yeah.
that this is that shit that keeps me up at night. It's
Brainless creatures floating around.
like old brain creatures,
Yeah.
and then it's just like
Yeah.
It's like you step on like the wrong type of coral. It's like you'll die.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
you only have the amount of time it takes you to smoke a cigarette to live.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like,
Remember, I got
Right.
stung by a sea urchin in
Oh,
Puerto
yeah.
Rico.
Mhm.
Yep.
I was like, am I gonna die?
yeah.
Speaking of reefs, have y'all heard that like the Great Barrier
Yeah.
Reef? It's dead.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's
done.
sad.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's weird. Like all
like-
the reefs are.
What's it
gonna
called?
be dead.
Bleaching.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in Puerto Rico when we
Good
were there.
riddance.
Those were reefs were bleached, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that was really sad. It was just like
Mhm.
everybody's just tromping around on dead reef, which was like probably
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, but there were
at one
still
point.
like really beautiful patches.
Yeah,
In
it's
Puerto
it's
Rico.
weird.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they
like
can
at
be
Culebra,
bleached
it
and
was-
still
it
they
was
can like
awesome.
be dead, but yet still
But
look
remember
cool.
Gilligan's
It's
Island?
weird.
That
Oh,
and
Gilligan's
it was
Island,
like all it was just all
That was
Fucked up.
gross. Yeah.
It's just sad. Like, you know, it used to be like the world's largest living organism.
yeah.
It's just like 100% dead.
I think it's like 99.
It's like
It's like
Just
done.
sucks.
Yeah.
it really sucks.
We're completely fucking the world up, and people don't care.
Yep.
Or
I mean,
mo-
people care, but like the
people
powers
who
that
matter
be.
who are affecting it
Yeah.
horribly don't care.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, we'll have all beachfront property soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, nice circle back.
Orlando Beachfront.
Yeah.
Let's start selling it.
But yeah,
now.
we should all go. We should do a diving charter sometime. That'd be a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Let's go down to the Keys.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Good diving there.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially at Key Largo, like the early Key, you can
Isn't
do
there
some
like the
good-
dry tortugas or whatever is supposed to be like really cool? And
Mhm.
there's also like
There's like that Penny Camp State Park down there.
Yeah, and there's
There's like shipwrecks out
shipwrecks.
there.
Yeah, so I was gonna say there's a couple like wrecks.
Summer camping.
Mm-hmm. There's a
Sounds
really cool
great.
like underwater Jesus statue that at like 30 feet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
I've-
one of like the earliest
seen
things I
photos of it.
dove.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it looks really cool.
And that shipwreck is actually really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think there's maybe that's the Caribbean. There's a plane.
Oh
that's
yeah.
a wrecked plane that you can
They just
dive around.
they blow stuff up just for
I know.
It's weird.
Yeah, they take shit out there like old subway cars and like
Yeah.
different stuff, or they'll like intentionally sink a boat or something like that.
Oh yeah, for the coral.
Yeah,
They should sink like a bunch of like tiny home things, like the
like a city. Like a,
yeah, like a pre-sink, like a pre-made city of like a freight car,
yeah.
train freight, whatever those things are called.
The freight containers.
Yeah, freight
Yeah.
containers, and,
Shipping
like,
container.
big
That'd be
block.
cool.
We
And
should
then-
do like an underwater biodome.
Yeah,
Mhm. That'd be cool.
Live down there.
looks like the poop emoji.
Well, Elizabeth made a beautiful work of art with that sticky tag. All right. Well, anything else we want to discuss? I think we're pretty good.
Hashtag us in the comments if you want us to talk about anything.
Hashtag us all day. Yeah. If there's anything
Whatever
to talk
that
about,
means.
I don't think anybody's seen any movies or anything really. Like
The only movie I saw lately was, if you want to touch on it, was, which I would want to touch on it, Kidnap
Oh yeah.
by starring Halle Berry.
Oh right, I remember.
Oh,
I would
people
say
keep talking
I
about
would
it.
say it's interesting. It has its good points, but it also kind of feels like maybe like the best work of like a student film crew or something, you know, because
Yeah.
it was like intricate because there was cars on the highway, but you know you could tell it was low budget,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but it was pretty cool.
Cool.
I mean, the premise was maybe the best part of it. Just like thinking about if your kid got stolen and trying to follow the car and not lose the car, because you know,
Mm.
like if you lose that car, like
Does it all
It's
take
all
place in
over.
a short period of time?
yeah,
Does she get her kid back? Well, actually,
you
don't
have to
spoil
watch
it.
to find out.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not my kid.
Wrong car.
Yeah. Oh, wrong car. Yeah. That's someone else's kid. Go ahead, take it.
Cool. All right.
I guess the most annoying thing about it, though, real quick, is
Mhm.
that, well, I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it, but there's just like a horrible thing, a flaw in the movie where somebody appears somewhere later in the film when there's like absolutely no way they could ever get out there. And they don't explain it. It's like, how'd they get out there?
Movie logic.
Anyway, it was like basically ruined the film. But anyway, yeah,
We'll have to
podcast
watch
over.
How'd you watch it? Redbox, Netflix?
No, it's in the theaters. It's new.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
good to know Halle Berry's still acting.
Yeah.
After
Didn't
that.
she produce that movie too?
Yeah, she was a producer on it.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 10 production companies
Wow.
Yikes.
logos at the beginning. You know, it was like
She probably lost money on that
a
deal.
bunch of people chipped in.
Yeah.
Kill.
Anyway, podcast is evolving.
Yeah.
Less production, more ramble, but it's
Yeah.
good.
I'll keep rambling on if y'all like it.
Yep. All right, thanks for tuning in to Laser Line Podcast. I'm Philip Shuck.
I'm Trevor Cruz.
I'm Travis Ingram.
And I'm Elizabeth Rios.
Yay!
Good job.